And tonight we are learning the complex is extending their offer to pay for hotels while those repairs are completed. There's been a lot of confusion for residents waiting for answers about when the heat and water will be restored. The last notice was this printout dated January 5th.
Well, the problem is that there's been no communication directly to us. I don't think that this building has established a correct safety plan.
The Sapphire put displaced residents up at 3 different hotels, and many were concerned the Sapphire was going to stop paying after tonight.
We're trying to give each other information, but that also fuels confusion and a lot of fear because people don't know exactly what's what.
Once 7 Action News got involved, we received word the complex will be extending the stay for residents at all 3 hotels until the repairs are complete, which is expected to be around midweek. Residents are ready for life to get back to normal.
I just want to get back into my apartment. You know, we pay too much here, you know, for it to be a luxury apartment complex to deal with issues like this.
The Sapphire management team did not indicate the building is unsafe for residents who may need to go back and gather belongings while they wait for those repairs.
Well, this brutal weather is to blame for at least 5 deaths in Metro Detroit in the last week alone. Most recent case involves a man in his 60s. His body was found this morning in the 2300 block of Springwells. Police say the victim was wearing a t-shirt and shorts. The cold weather is also to blame for deaths in Shelby and Orion townships, as well as Roseville. And count on the Action News weather team on our app and on WXYZ.com for the very latest developments on winter weather alerts. And be sure to wake up with the morning team starting at 4:30 for your updated first alert forecast, school closures, and any traffic troubles.
We do have some breaking news. There's a deadly stabbing on Detroit's east side. 7 Action News reporter Simon Shakette standing by live with more on what police are saying right now. Simon.
Brianne, we're learning about that horrific situation. In fact, take a look behind me. You can see a very active police scene still out here. And over to the left, they've got the spotlight on that house where the arrest was actually made. Detroit police have confirmed the arrest of their suspect. They say fatally stabbed his mother and 2 other men who've survived. Now at about 6:30 p.m., they say the 27-year-old man killed his 42-year-old mother in the 12,000 block of Hayden. The reason is unknown. From there, he allegedly stole her car and drove till he crashed at Gratiot and Turner. Soon after, at a liquor store on Rosemary, he allegedly stabbed another man and a 3rd man after that at 7:15 at Dickerson and Wilshire. We're talking about east side and west side here tonight. One victim is stable with a hand injury, the other stabbed in the back, now critical. Finally, at 8:45, police using a tracking canine to go and cover those footprints to find that suspect hiding in that vacant house here on the 12,000 block of Promenade Street.
It was, we're very proud of these, the men and women, you know, out in this weather, working these long hours, you know, out here on foot, freezing cold right now. You know, the K9 unit did a great job with the track, and the officers just shows the due diligence of the Detroit police officers.
Police confirming again their suspect is being held at the Detroit Detention Center. Detectives want to hear from anyone who might know what exactly fueled this outrageous violence tonight. Live on Detroit's east side, Simon Shakette, 7 Action News. Back.
Simon, thank you.
And Detroit police also investigating a triple shooting after an after-hours club had the incident. It happened early this morning near 7 Mile and Westphalia Street on the city's east side. One victim listed in extremely critical condition, another in temporary serious. The 3rd is in stable condition. So far, no arrests have been made, and it's not clear what led to this shooting.
Now to some other stories making news across Metro Detroit.
Starting on the city's west side, a police standoff ended peacefully at the home on Tyler Street. It started with a man arguing with his girlfriend this afternoon. Police say they saw the man pointing a gun at them and making threats from a 2nd-story window. He was taken into custody, and thankfully no one was hurt.
And in Macomb Township, a coyote sighting is putting a neighborhood on alert. Take a look at this photo here, snapped today at a home on Romeo Plank between Hall Road and 21 Mile. Experts say the animals aren't known for attacking humans. However, people in the area shouldn't leave children and small pets unattended.
Tomorrow is sentencing day in Pontiac for a man charged with firing shots at the Kona Grill in Troy. Police say Kenneth Travier tried pushing his way into the office during closing time back in October. The employees fought back, sprayed him with pepper spray, and managed to get the door closed. Police say that's when Travier fired shots through the door.
And in Detroit tonight, a family is desperate to find a missing man who suffers from mental illness. Ricky Davenport was last seen on December 30th at his home on the 20,000 block of Roselawn. He's 58 years old and around 6 feet tall. Take a good look at him here. If you've seen him or know where he is, call police.
Coming up, drug-infused products promising health benefits against chronic diseases and more. What CBD treats are and if they will work for you.
Plus, a father-son duo being called heroes, how they risk their own lives to bring a deer to safety.
And a wrong-way crash caught on camera. What first responders did to save a woman's life and why the driver is all too familiar with this troubling situation. That's next.
A wrong-way driver who caused a head-on crash is locked up in Utah for driving under the influence. He was caught on camera flying down a highway at more than 80 miles per hour. Just seconds later, he crashed his Maserati into a woman's car. 2 Good Samaritans rushed in to help out. First responders had to cut her out of the vehicle.
Her head was pinned in between the seat and the mangled up front end of the car. So I held her hand and I told her, it's okay, don't move. Help's on the way.
The woman suffered a shattered pelvis and serious head injuries, but she is alive. Police say the driver has a history of DUI arrests and will face felonies this time around.
3 police officers in Tennessee hailed heroes for rescuing a man from a burning home. Officers kicked down the door and crawled through thick smoke to get to the man. The officers held onto each other's ankles to make their way through this home in Clarksville. Ben Gregg was asleep inside, but he heard the cops coming for him.
I really didn't know which way to go because I was kind of just lost in my own house from all the smoke.
We take our flashlights and shine through the smoke towards the door and say, just come to the light, follow this light.
The officers rushed the man out the back door moments before an explosion inside the house. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
A father and his teenage son rushed to save a deer that fell through an icy river. Their heroic effort was all caught on camera. Take a look at it here. This happened over the weekend in the frigid waters of New Eagle, Pennsylvania. They say the ice started to crack under their feet when they tried pulling the animal to safety with a strap.
I'm not gonna lie, I was scared. It's thick ice, but you fall through, the current takes you down, and you're looking up, just taking your last couple breaths for a deer.
It was stressful, but I just wanted to get my father and the deer out of there. I just wanted to keep them both safe.
Great rescue indeed. While the 2 made their way back to land and let the deer run free, they also followed the deer after the rescue just to make sure it was okay.
Wow. Well, CBD is a byproduct of marijuana. It's believed by some to have a long list of health benefits.
It's becoming so popular that it's now popping up in snack foods that you can pick up in stores and online.
7 investigator Jim Kurtzner takes a bite into these CBD-infused treats to see what they're really all about.
That looks like a real caramel.
To Juliet Wallen, these caramels, gummy bears, and popcorn are not just snacks, they are her medicine.
This is something I would keep in my purse or my car in case of emergency, in case I had a seizure.
They all contain CBD, which is short for cannabidiol, a derivative of the marijuana plant. It is currently being studied to see if it helps treat several conditions, including anxiety, pain, inflammatory diseases, and more.
I use CBD for systemic swelling, I use CBD for pain, and I use CBD for seizure mitigation. And the side effect is, for me, is just well-being.
CBD has been available in oil form for a while, but now it's popping up in snack foods, sold in stores and online. Yet the DEA considers it a controlled substance and says it is not legal in food.
What it is a byproduct that comes from the marijuana plant, and